What's up, Bleach fans? This is Reese,
It's Chris here.
This is
and this is a
Raphael.
review of Bleach Chapter 510, titled The Extinction. So, Chris, you want to give us a quick breakdown?
Yep, I'll give us a little run through the chapter. Basically, it picks up where we left off last week, where we get we found out that the stern raid that got killed was in fact was not Juin Bach and was one of his subordinates who turned out to be Lloyd Royd. And then the beginning of the chapter, we get an explanation of who these two people are. Previously, one was killed by Kenpachi, and that turned out to be his younger or older brother. Like it was this chapter, he said that it wasn't important who was older, younger brother, but they had the ability to copy people's techniques and their appearances. So we moved on basically. Yamato actually found out that this is in fact not Juin Bach. The real Juin Bach comes in the scene now. He said, okay, this guy was there to impersonate me to keep you busy while I speak to Aizen in order to, to what he basically wants Aizen to join his army, but Aizen obviously refused because Aizen isn't the type of person to follow someone. And then he actually kills, Roy Lloyd for some reason because I guess he's just a douchebag. He's not really a nice guy. So he killed Roy Lloyd. And then Yamato quickly snaps to release his Bankai. And then Joan Bach absorbs it. And then he states that he's the only one capable of absorbing Yamato's Bankai. And that's the reason why the previous imitation guy couldn't do it. Anyway, then he actually used this new Quincy technique that we've seen before. He summoned a sword from the sky, and then he actually used that to give a slash to Yamato. So it was kind of a quick chapter, but Bleach is always quick, but it was really good. A lot of stuff happened, and that's just like my quick little summary of it. But we're gonna go into more detail now about the smaller details and all that stuff. So go on, guys.
You know what? I've just got one thing to say, which does actually kind of make me laugh a bit. You know the part
What's
where he
that?
calls down the sword from the heavens?
Yeah.
Mm,
Is
yeah.
it because that just scream like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
Did it do that?
Yeah, but don't you remember they call the Mega Sword? The sword
Yeah.
comes down, he picks it out of the ground, and it does this mega slash, and they finish it, and then he turns around and it explodes.
Julian Butch is the Green Ranger, man. The White Ranger.
No, man, the original, the Power Rangers, aka, what was it, Zoo Ranger?
Oh, that
Yes,
thing.
Zoo
Okay.
Ranger. But
So
anyway,
Yeah, I hope we're not getting into Power
yeah,
Rangers
but
now.
yeah,
anyway.
let's for another video. So Raf, what's your take on it then, detail
My
wise?
my take is Kubo's he's quite a genius right now. I was surprised because the theories we came up with was yeah, Juha Bach isn't, the main protagonist, I mean, antagonist, and is someone stronger, or that he had some sort of technique available. So, if anything, we can kind of class this as another technique because, if anything, as you said, he's a douchebag. So, you might as well say he just sees Royd as another technique he used to,
Yeah.
and
I actually remember last week we actually went as far as to say that is Lieutenant, the white-haired guys was actually the
yeah.
real Julia Butch. So
Do you
Man.
know what?
our predictions were far off basically.
I'm really glad it's not him. I did call that out and I said,
Mm.
please don't be him. I was
Hey
just
man, come
like,
on, no one saw this on comment though, man. Who would have thought? Oh yeah, there's a second person
no, not
who can
this.
change their appearance.
Mm.
Who looks exactly the same as the guy Kenpachi killed. No one would have thought that, man.
Mm.
That kind of did come out of nowhere.
Because I knew it was someone imitating him, but I didn't go back and think that okay, Kimpashi fought a guy that could do that before. I didn't like put two and two together and say
Mm.
maybe he had a brother. Like no one saw that coming, and it's not like Kubo pulled his out of his ass. He actually did it before as well, so we can't really say it was made up. So right now this is solid
Well
writing.
done,
This
Kubo.
is really good.
That's what I said, man. It's genius writing right now, man.
Well done, Kubo, man.
Uh,
Keeping us all excited for
the,
Bleach.
to be honest, the main thing I'm happy about was everyone kind of predicted this. Yamato's gonna die, but it's the way he went about it. I was trying to think, how is he actually gonna do
Hey,
this?
man. At
And
least they,
he
is that what I
did
mean? At
it.
least they showed off all his abilities. That
Yeah,
makes us happy.
exactly. He did it in a good way. Yeah.
At least he didn't die, if I was going like, oh, but what does this look like, man? But what does that look like? Come on.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
pretty we pretty much seen everything that he can do at the moment.
Exactly, and it's bloody crazy.
But I'm kind of glad if Jiren Bach is gonna kill him, I'm kind of glad he's not gonna use that Yamato's Bankai. I'd rather him use his own techniques because
Yeah.
like it's kind of cheap. Like, I want to see what he can do. I know what Yamato can do now, but if you did see him taunting Yamato, like should I use your subordinates against you that I've killed or something like that? So That's gonna be interesting when he uses that later on.
Yeah, man, he might use it, but I don't know. The thing is, because obviously now, yeah, the next guy he's got to fight is obviously Ichigo, isn't it? But then again,
Yeah,
we haven't seen that guy in a while.
It's
Ichigo's
not
still
gonna
in his
be.
I
cage.
know,
That's gonna be a long time off before they actually
I
fight.
know, but you know what I mean? It's like, wow, we haven't actually seen that guy in a long time.
Mm.
Wonder if
Well,
he's
that's
training.
his style of thing, isn't it?
Or he
No,
said, "Oh, screw it,"
I
and
was
then
gonna
started doing
say
some
that.
sit-ups and push-ups.
But you know what's funny? I think, out of all the villains in Bleach so far, this guy is the real shit. Like Juha Bach. I've never seen anyone, yeah, like give an attack like that to Yamato, really.
Mm,
Because I don't know, man. Even Aizen didn't really, stand up to Yamato. Aizen was kind of, ducking and diving. Didn't really want to fight
Exactly.
him.
yeah, he
He
had to
went he
use
went
Wonder
through
Wush as well.
he like waited so long here to kind of get Wonder Wise, prepared to actually stop
Yeah,
Yamato. He didn't really want to like face Yamato. It's like I don't want to be anywhere near this guy. Like I let you fight him. But Julian Butt doesn't really give a shit. He's like, you know what, I'll fight you. I don't
But
care.
then again, yeah, do you think it would have made a better? Do you think it would have made a difference if obviously Yamato was using his Bankai against him? If his Bankai didn't get
Against Julian
stolen,
Butt.
yeah, and they were to fight, one on one just like that.
that's
Then yeah,
that's that's what I was gonna say.
it would have been. I think it would have been. I don't want to say Yamato is completely stronger than him now. I would probably say it wouldn't have been easy as it would this chapter. Basically, it wouldn't have been one slash. Is he on the ropes yet? No, it would have been like this guy summons his zombies or his freaking Zenotachi East and all that crap. It would
Mm,
have been a long drawn
Yeah,
out fight.
but then again, what you're
So
also forgetting is
well,
Yamato can still use his Shikai, man, and that is
yeah,
still powerful.
yeah,
That can
true.
that's still like has been able to what? It melted that thing. What was that thing called? That ion thing.
That's what I'm unfamiliar with. When they use the medallions to take the bankais, do they take the
No,
shikai
it's
as
only the
well?
Bankai.
no, it's only the Bankai.
Because
That
I
makes
know
no
because
sense.
remember they was showing that they was able to use their Shikai still.
Did
I
they?
think they did. I could have sworn they did. I saw like what's it? When you saw Hitsugai fighting that guy, he was using his Shikai against him.
He was using a katana. It wasn't a
You sure?
shikai.
Then again, his Shikai
It
does
was
look
just
like
a.
his katana, just with a freaking
He's
chain
got a
at the
chain at
end.
the end of it.
True, true.
Didn't see it. No, so far the reason why I assumed that the whole Zanpakuto was spirit was taken was because he
Yeah, I know
called
he's
out
calling
to
out for it.
Zanpakuto and then no answer. So and to be able to use your Shikai, you need to know your Zanpakuto's name, be familiar with it, and then do a call out to summon it. And if you can't even speak to it, how can you use Shikai?
True,
Mm.
but then I do remember them saying a line like, "You really think
But
that you can beat your Bankai with your Shikai or something like that?" In one of later in a later chapter.
uh, yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and look then because I didn't really see anybody using Shikai. I saw his guy using this sword. So was Kumamura. Like I didn't really see him using his Shikai, when he summons those giant hands and feet and stuff. Like I didn't see him using any of that. Or Byakuya used Zenba Zakura when he got stolen. All he was using was, his regular katana. So maybe they can. If they can, then there's more to the medallion than we're thinking. Then maybe it doesn't take the whole spirit. Maybe it just takes the Bankai.
True.
But guess you have to look
Yep.
into it.
Mm.
But yeah, so we're gonna give our ratings basically, and then sum up everything else. So Reese,
Rating.
what's your rating?
You know what? This is a good chapter. It's getting a 9.
Raf?
Yeah, I'll give it a 9 as well.
I'm gonna go fanboy mode now. I'm gonna give it a 10.
I was going to give it a
You
10,
know
but
why?
it
Yeah,
just felt a bit too short. I don't
like
know.
with Bleach, I'm used to chapters
The
like finishing
finish,
when I
yeah.
blink in it. But like I was on the edge of my seats, like, and then because I was like, okay, what's gonna happen next? I thought Aizen was gonna pop up. I don't know what was gonna happen, and then that's what I want when I'm reading the chapter. I want to be surprised. I
It's
want,
true, you know.
So yeah, we can go with 9.5 for this
Yeah,
week. You know what I
I
mean?
definitely.
was
Like
just
9.5.
yeah,
It was a really good chapter. Yeah, obviously we can't wait for the next one.
Definitely can't, man. Next week is gonna be a good one.
So yeah, you know the rule, guys. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Let us know what you think of the chapter, and stay tuned for more
Yep, stay
videos.
tuned.
see you next